Kia ora, and welcome to Grow Up Runaway, a Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition real play podcast. This is a cozy campfire tale about young people running away from home. Please be aware that at times, our show can contain tough emotions, horror elements, violence, censored language, dark fantasy themes, and children in peril. We hope you enjoy listening to our story. Kia ora koutou! Hello to all of our friends out there, and welcome to Grow Up Runaway, a D&D podcast where we are going to grow up and then we are going to run away in that order. My name is Penny D. I will be your GM today. I'm going to be playing, honestly, just so many like not evil and like nice characters for our party to have adventures with. And for our prompt today, we talked about what are our hobbies outside of the sort of tabletop role-playing game and podcasting spaces. And some of you already know this about me, but I'm going to say it again. One of my favorite hobbies is pro wrestling.
Yeah. Oh, that's right.
I actually really love I watched WrestleMania every year and quite enjoy like a lot of the content around that. If you want to know who my favorite wrestler is, it's Kurt Angle. Or if we're talking about modern day, I love Dominic Mysterio because he's like a little shit and I think that's great.
Is he related to Rey Mysterio?
He is.
He's Rey Mysterio's son.
Oh, that's so cool.
Mm-hmm.
Also, just speaking of wrestling, what are your thoughts on Rhea Ripley?
Love her.
Love her. She's excellent.
Oh my god.
Mommy?
Mommy.
Sorry,
Mommy.
Mommy? Sorry.
Mommy?
Anyway, sorry, I really...
Everybody loves Rhea Ripley.
She's so hot.
The lesbians love
so
her.
hot.
Funny story is that when I started watching wrestling in like 2003, which is like after a lot of the like Rock Austin stuff people kind of remember fondly, but women's wrestling since then is like now the best. Like we just had WrestleMania, although like when this episode comes out it would have been months and months ago, and the women's matches were the best ones. Like they were like honestly they were sick. Like they're definitely worth going and looking at.
Ooh, okay.
Don't cut this out. This is interesting.
Yeah,
This is
Okay.
interesting.
Yeah. And like for example, I know that Norma's wife also thinks that the women's wrestling is the
Yeah,
best.
my wife didn't like wrestling before, and then I showed her women's wrestling, and now she loves wrestling so much. She's like, wait, the women can throw each other? Throw me! Why aren't they throwing me?
Oh my
In
god.
another life,
Yeah.
she would be a
Yeah,
wrestler.
baby.
Yeah.
Excellent response.
Can't wait to meet your wife.
Yeah, she's great.
What's one of your fave NPC's hobby?
I think the narrator, one of their favorite hobbies would be
Narrator lore.
Yelling at the youth.
Oh, I think the narrator
Hating
loves growing mushrooms like fungus.
Oh my god, he
Wait,
would
what
love
kind
that.
of mushrooms? Like the normal kind?
No, and I will not elaborate.
Oh, classic narrator.
This classic narrator, him and his shrooms.
Hi everybody, I'm Norma and I'm playing Melodia Pour Song, and my hobby, oh man, one of my hobbies outside of like all of my music and my online activities, which were just online activities, would be I like doing Lego. Lego's really fun.
Yeah.
Oh, Lego's
Oh, it's so
great.
good.
No, did I take yours?
We're learning stuff about each other in
my
live,
God.
like
I love this.
in the
Yeah.
moment.
It's like team bonding.
In media res.
My favorite Lego to do is I'm a really big gamer. I like a lot of platforming
Oh,
games,
you
so I like
just-
the Super Mario Lego.
Ah.
I've got a Bowser and I love him.
Ah.
He's my dude. He sits on my shelf.
No, you do.
Yeah, we also have like the Atari and like all of like the gaming console Legos, which are very fun, but they take hours. And then one time my wife accidentally tripped over and dropped one, and now we have to
No.
redo it from scratch. And I don't know what the pieces are. It's going to be a whole shenanigan, but yeah, no, I love Lego. It's really fun.
She was just trying to get you to wrestle her.
Yeah. What, by dropping all my Legos?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh no.
I actually have a tip for you that will save your life.
Super glue.
So it's an app called Lego Builder. It's an official Lego app.
Ooh.
You can load your sets into it. And if you load your sets that you have into it, then you can also open up the PDF
Oh.
manuals.
That's a really good idea. And we're always losing the booklet, so that would help a lot.
Exactly. And then you can just throw the booklets away because you have the PDFs ready and easy
Oh
to
my
grab.
god.
Sorry.
Lego
Lego facts.
Important follow-up question. Would Melodia also be a fan of Lego or not really?
No, she'd probably break a nail doing it, so she'd probably be very upset by it. I imagine Melodia's favorite hobby is probably doing something very normal, like going to the mall and walking around.
Oh, yeah.
Being
Loitering.
recognized by fans, that kind of thing.
Loitering.
Yeah.
Of course.
Fan
yes.
meet and greets. That's her hobby.
My favorite hobby is being fawned over.
Yeah, exactly.
I like to stand in one place while people admire me,
Yeah,
just like an
exactly.
actual cat.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And maybe accidentally fall asleep in that actual place if it's too sunny, just slightly too warm.
Amazing.
All right, hi, I'm Poppy. I play Althrey Birchbeak, and one of my favorite hobbies. I have a lot of them. I'm one of those people that like collects hobbies.
Yeah, I bet.
Yes, me too.
So, aside from D&D and video games and watching stuff, knitting is probably my biggest hobby.
Nice. What do you make?
A whole bunch of everything. Gloves, socks, shirts, jumpers. It's all very fun. It's just relaxing. I used to do crochet and then I found out about knitting and just changed my life.
Wow, okay.
You found about knitting after crochet?
Yeah, I don't believe that you found out about knitting
Found out
later in
how
life.
to knit after crochet.
Huge fan of the kind of vibe.
That's so
of
interesting.
that,
You
though.
started with crochet and then went to knitting.
Yeah, I used to do a lot of like amigurumi, like the little toys and stuff with crochet.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I like having things I can wear. It's fun. And in terms of Althrey's hobby, I feel like she would be a huge book nerd. Like, she would have, like, piles of books that she has actually read.
Absolutely. Yeah, 100%.
Loves going to secondhand bookshops. Yeah, it'd be very cute.
Aw, she's the kind of person who would like, how does she retire after all her adventuring? She has a little bookstore.
She does.
And she like lives on the upper level of the bookstore.
And she has the perfect armchair for sitting in and reading.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah.
I've just realized, I think you might be playing the character Owl from Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I feel like he's kind of... I'm not going to say mean, because he's not mean, but he's just kind of... He's not as warm.
Grumpy.
He's a little elitist.
Yeah.
He's fussy, and I know another owl who's quite fussy.
And loves books.
Oh my goodness. Okay, then.
Hi, my name is Liv. I am a they-them user. I use the they-them. I play Lichen the Furbolg, who is our ranger and the oldest of the runaways. I'm also the artist for this podcast. My hobby, in real life, I am also a hobby collector. But my hobby for the past 2 or 3 years is LARPing. So that's live action roleplay, which is basically an adult game of make-believe, played like the most intense version of D&D, where it is, you get like maybe 1 or 2 GMs who kind of are present on the site, wherever it is, like whether it be a cabin, like campground, or whether it be a public park, who are monitoring the plot lines and are ensuring that canon events unfold. And then all of the characters are being played in real time with real emotion and real consequences, like by individual players who like pay a ticket to be there and embody that character. And it's really fun. I love it to pieces.
You also make all your own costumes as well, which is so cool to see.
I do.
So cool.
Yeah, Liv has some great costumes.
Thank you. I really like upcycling thrifted clothing. So getting pieces that I'm like, oh, this skirt would be cool if it was a cape. Bada bing, bada boom. It's a cape now, baby. Like slice and dice, do some bedazzling, put some beads on there, do some hemming, slap on some ribbons or like some fasteners. It's really fun. I like the process. Strangely enough, I think Lycan actually would also be really into sewing. I think that not necessarily knitting or crocheting, but like I think he probably grew up mending a lot of his own clothes and mending like for his community, like little patch jobs.
That's very sweet.
Yeah.
Especially if you're out like just for a long time watching over these little truffle buddies. I suspect that like he probably has like a little sewing kit on him at all times, like a little tin that he cracks open and like can make little repair jobs. But I like to imagine that the little neckerchief, the little ascot that Buddy wears is one that he like mends from time to time or like kind of sewed together. But yeah, I think that his hobby would actually be like repairing clothes and like kind of meticulously doing like hand stitching on stuff is almost like meditative. That's my
He does
that's my
give real
pick.
like soft boy vibes.
Yeah.
Kia ora, I'm Julz, she, her, playing Thistle Tusprite, the magically explosive sorcerer Loxodon, youngest of the group, and just excited to be here. I think Thistle, we're going to start with Thistle's hobby. Thistle would have the hobby of writing. She's already like written in her books a few times about things that she's had. She's, thoughtfully been given paper and pen to write home. Like that is kind of her thing that she does to capture all of the emotion and stuff. She's got dreams of like writing her own book that will one day be in the library that her parents treasure so much. So like one day she will have contributed to the library.
I love the canon that we came up with where you write, you use your trunk because it's a lot more delicate than your like stumpy feet.
Yeah, she writes it so beautifully with her trunk. Julz's hobby, I am going to still say Lego. I'm just going to join you in the Lego because it is actually a hobby that it has taken over quite a lot of my downtime because it's really peaceful and it's very therapeutic. We put on like instrumental Disney music, so it's not the Disney songs, but it's the instrumental versions. And then we're just kind of like wholesomely sitting around a table playing with Lego. And I like to buy the buildings. People can see on my camera, you guys can't see this at home, but like that's the haunted house just there. Behind me is the Lego castle and the pirate ship and the blacksmith and bits and pieces. And this isn't all of it. Like we have buildings kind of everywhere. I've got the Nightmare Before Christmas buildings and blah, blah, blah.
So cool.
Yay.
Well, thank you very much, everyone, for sharing a little bit about who you are, a little bit about what you envision your characters enjoy doing with their time. How do we all feel about continuing on with our adventure and playing some D&D?
Let's do it!
So excited.
Have I ever told you the story of the end of the world? Kind of a hard pivot, I know, but frankly I'm bored and I've forgotten why you're here. The thing about the end of the world is everybody tells it wrong. Some will start with the awakening of the Dreaming Lord, others will begin with the dance of the Polygonal Men. Wrong! The thing that people completely miss about the end of the world is... What? Hang on, I think my cat wants to go outside. Okay. I put in a special door for you and still you interrupt me while I'm narrating. There you go. Okay, out you go. Okay, so what do you want then? Well, hurry up, I'm in the middle of a story. You're right, I can't stay mad at you. Don't worry, they'll figure it out. Runaways. You are in a tight vertical tunnel, climbing a ladder down into inky darkness. The sounds of your breath, your footsteps, the odd tapping of your gear against the metal ladder echo up and down the cylindrical space. But surely, whatever is below is better than what you escaped above.
I think you can hear how shaky Lichen's breathing is. I can't remember where or like what order on the ladder we're in.
I think I went down first.
That sounds right, yeah. Whoever is beneath or above Lichen can hear like a very shaky, heavy breathing from this very rattled teenager.
How far down are we going? Because I'm at the end, I'm the topmost person, I believe.
You went last, yeah.
Yeah.
It sounds from the echoing, I don't know. I've never had to try and track that kind of sound before. Lichen kind of taps his hooves on one of the rungs and just sort of frowns in the darkness.
Lichen, roll me a perception check.
That's a 16.
You gather more information about what you already know. Tapping on the ladder is like a big echo that goes both up and down. But I think we're taking the time. You can hear above like the echoes of the fire and the banging on the hollow tree. Below you can't hear anything coming from what is ahead / beneath you, which tells you that there's likely not a lot of movement wherever you're heading.
Lichen shudders at hearing all of the banging from above. Just the idea that they might, if they get through and tumble down after them, is terrifying.
Thistle's just quietly taking everything in. as the youngest, just doing what everybody else is doing.
Yeah, I think Melodia is strangely very focused on just climbing down the ladder frantically because of all the adrenaline from before. She's like, yeah, we're going down this hole. We're still going down this hole.
After what feels like around 15 minutes of descent, Melodia, I believe you were first. Your foot hits solid ground as the tight vertical tunnel reaches its destination. You turn around to find yourself in an absolutely enormous natural cavern, like an Underdark cavern. You're near the shore of a colossal underground lake that extends quietly, undisturbed into the darkness, further than what even Althrey can see. Unlike the previous caves the Cleric tunnels were leading you into, this space is not decorated to resemble another location. Instead, it just contains a dilapidated wooden shack slumped under a growth of moss and mushrooms on its roof. There is a dim light coming from the windows, and on the front porch sit two things of note. There is a rocking chair, and there is some kind of shimmering bubble. Between the porch and the lake's edge sits a very large bubbling cauldron and a deep pit.
When you say a bubble, do you mean like it's just like suspended in midair sort of thing?
Yeah, it's on the porch near the door, and it's like a red/pink shimmering bubble just hovering there.
Also, can we all see this now? Have we all descended?
After Melodia hits and sees all of this, moves out of the way, the four of you are able to get to the ground, and you can all see this new scene.
Melodia, your eyes are sharper than the rest of us. Did you say that there was a bubble and a cauldron?
Yeah, there seems to be some sort of, like, do you see that shimmery bubble over there on the... What is it? I want to touch it.
Wait. That probably isn't the best idea.
But it's so shiny.
The porch of the shack is probably about 80 feet to the porch of the shack, with the lake's edge as well as the deep pit and the cauldron to your right. To your left is sort of the edge of the cave and a wall.
You know, if anybody should pop a large mysterious bubble just to sort of see what it does, Lichen turns and glances at Althrey and goes, I mean, you seem like the type who knows things. Maybe you'd be fine if you did it.
Althrey kind of goes, like huffs. Just like, yes, you're probably right. Okay, one moment.
Lichen grins and snickers and looks over at Thistle and is trying to kind of create a sense of like, aren't things fun still? Things could be fun. Don't worry.
Althrey is not picking up on that. But can I roll insight to get any more information about this bubble as I walk towards it?
For sure, yeah, go ahead. I would say this is going to be an Arcana check.
That is 13.
That's plenty. As you approach the shack, you get, 50 feet ahead, and you realize that the bubble, it actually contains a creature. Sitting next to the rocking chair on the porch, the bubble contains an adult, fully grown Cleric suspended in stasis.
Oh lord.
A dimly glowing rune stone is placed delicately beneath it, which is projecting the bubble upwards.
So, because a fully grown Cleric is quite big, isn't it?
It's quite large, yeah. It would be like a fully grown horse kind of thing.
Oh my goodness.
Are you popping the bubble over there?
She turns around back towards the group and says, I think that perhaps we shouldn't pop the bubble because there seems to be a large monster in there.
What?
Oh no.
I mean, there seems to be a large animal in there. And I think we should leave him in there because he seems comfortable. That's her just trying to, like, make it sound okay.
What kind of an animal?
Oh, I guess kind of a big insect sort of thing.
Thistle starts marching forward and is like, is this just another, like, cabin you're trying to keep us out of?
Well, I haven't actually gone into the cabin yet, so perhaps and she kind of, like, walks cautiously around the bubble to the front door of the cabin and would like to open the door.
Lichen is also going to jog to keep pace with Thistle so that Thistle cannot pop the bubble and get attacked by a large
That's fair. I think as soon as Thistle gets close enough to see what is inside the bubble, she's like, oh, that's a bigger version of the ones that we left behind. I don't...
Presumably, but still.
Yeah.
Althrey, the front door of the shack has no latch and swings open easily, revealing inside an Everglades swamp-like garden taking up the cluttered interior. There are many pots, pans, and other utensils you have no names for, all dangling from individual vines attached to the ceiling, giving the feeling that if you were to walk inside at any moment, you might bump your head against something sharp or noisy.
So sorry, you said there's a garden inside the shack.
The inside of the shack is like a swamp.
Oh, a swamp, okay.
There's trees in there, there's tons of vines hanging from the ceiling, big muddy like puddles with like little sort of walkways around them. It's very much like a swamp on the inside.
Okay. Can I just do, I guess, an investigation just to see if I can detect any movement or creatures that might be in here?
Yes, you can. Go ahead.
Cool. Oh lord. Okay, well that's only a 2, I'm afraid.
If there is anyone in there, you don't see them.
Fair enough.
Or hear them or anything.
Okay, well, it seems quite nice and, well, I guess nice probably isn't the right word, but it's okay in here.
As I'm keeping step with Thistle, remembering the kind of like disagreement and the events of the last time that Thistle and Co kept Thistle from stuff and like what happened from there, Lichen is gonna kind of like scan ahead and say like to Thistle quietly, "Hey, I remember you said that it's important that you're treated just as soundly and as capable as the rest of us when we try things, so please note, I don't think that this is a cabin that we're going to try and keep you out of, but it might be a cabin that's just as dangerous as the last one, so I must ask that you be mindful, yeah?"
She just gives you big wide-eyed solemn nod, like, but also like, there's a little smile
Wonderful.
for herself.
That's really good to see. Oh my god, it's a huge pit. I'm gonna look at the pit.
Oh my god, it's a huge pit.
Funnily enough, while you were talking, Opa has wandered over to the pit, and when you turn towards the pit, is pointing into it and does that like noise, and like is pointing down into the bottom of the pit.
Opa, what have you seen, lad?
At the bottom of the pit, you realize that there are a number of strange folk just standing around down there. It's 30 feet deep, and there are multiple strange folk just kind of groaning and sort of
What the hell?
Shambling against each other, just sitting at the bottom of the pit. And while you watch, you see a small purple fireball erupts from out of the cauldron and arcs around and down to the bottom of the pit, depositing another strange folk down there.
What the hell?
Okay, so this is a Minecraft spawner situation where this dude is like generating Kruthrik and these things to make this weird shenanigan. This is my assumption.
Sounds like an ass.
This is some fucking like smoke and mirrors, like I'm gonna make everything really spooky here kind of bullshit, I reckon. Lichen doesn't think that though. Lichen's like, okay, I guess witches are real and I need to be afraid.
Can we investigate the cauldron?
Can Thistle roll
Yeah.
an Arcana check to see what's going on here? Because she's standing on the porch looking at the cauldron, looking at the chair, looking at the Guthrie.
I'm like, squatting next to the pit like, damn, that is a pit.
By golly gee whiz.
By gosh, that's a hole in the ground.
For sure. So you said, Thistle, you're going to investigate the cauldron?
Yeah. I got a 19 Arcana.
So you kind of have to stand on tiptoes because the cauldron's quite large. Like it is big enough to fit like multiple people inside of it.
Yeah.
The lightly bubbling surface of the cauldron shows a scene instead of a reflection. You can see on the surface of the liquid a tall stone tower with purple light emanating from the top windows, standing atop rubble and debris. Like it was lightly bubbling, and then as the purple fireball erupted from the surface, the bubbling kind of intensified until the point where, fireball came out and deposited a strange folk from there. Would you like to get any closer to the cauldron or investigate it in any other way?
Yes, but she messages behind her because she doesn't feel like yelling because she's a little bit worried about like what yelling would do.
Oh, fair.
So she messages behind her, to basically just say, there's like a tower inside the cauldron. I'm just gonna just poke it just a little bit, like I poked the cauldron tower scene. If I go missing.
Sure. You kind of... No. Do you poke it with your trunk or with your foot? Or like with your hand?
With a trunk. Like because she's quite short, right? So she winds her trunk sort of over and just sort of pokes it.
So the first thing you realize when you put your trunk into the liquid is that your trunk does not get wet. You can see that there is a liquid in there, but it almost doesn't exist when you go to like put something in there. Like it's not really a liquid, like it's something else instead.
Okay. She turns behind her to look at Lichen. Are you like standing up worried, like, or running at the
You
cauldron?
see a Lichen who is ramrod like straight up, like still like look right next to the hole, and he's like giving you like big wide eyes, but like a thumbs up, like good job, buddy. Like trying to just sort of be supportive, but is like, no, it's fine, we trust them.
Yeah, because somebody else is on the porch with me. Who was that?
Althrey.
Well, I'm like effectively in the cabin now, but yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Melodia, get a load of this hole.
Yeah, I'm coming. I'm going to look at the hole. I'm like, what is going on in this hole?
Get a Melodia of this hole.
It's a gross smelling hole. I don't like it.
Get a Melodia of this hole. That's a crazy thing you just said.
Melodia, you are checking out the hole. You see what everybody else sees. A bunch of strange folk in the bottom, an additional one being added from the inside the cauldron. And your ears twitch and you realize that that alluring pop music that you heard earlier, it sort of gave you hints about where to go and what to do. You could hear it. It feels quicker, more insistent, and it's coming from inside the cabin. You feel like maybe the source is nearby.
Okay. Hey, does anybody hear the noise? Okay, I swear I'm going crazy, but there's music coming from inside the cabin. Do you hear that?
And like, because Althrey doesn't want to make it sound like she thinks that Melodia is crazy, but she does.
Of course.
She's like, not quite. Is it coming from any particular part of the cabin?
Yeah, it's coming
What
from
does it sound
inside.
like?
It's literally like I can hear it coming from inside the cabin. Like I think there's something. I'm going in, and Melodia just starts to like march real assuredly towards the cabin door so she can hear it better.
Okay. And Althrey pretty much just follows her inside once she gets to the cabin.
Yeah, for sure. We'll touch on what you guys see and experience in just a moment. Thistle and Lichen and Opa, what are the rest of you doing outside?
I'm keeping an eye on Thistle and this pit.
So the pit is really, really deep, and the strange folk do not appear to have the ability to climb out of it.
Thank God.
That's what you gather.
I can't see Lichen being extremely useful in this specific scenario, except to keep an eye on the pit and the child.
Yeah, which is probably valid because Thistle has pulled herself up on the side of the cauldron so she can see if she can put her whole head through.
Slightly closer.
Oh no.
Dear Lord.
Oh, you good? You winning over there? You winning, son?
Well, because her trunk went in and trunk came back out, so she's trying to see if she could put her head through and see something different.
Thistle, you put your head into the cauldron, and what you see like makes you dizzy. You put your head into the cauldron, and then you realize that you can see a space where there is no up and no down. There's like a blue purple sort of swirl. There's a lot of different circles inside of it, each of which you can see another scene. Like at the moment, directly across from you, you can see that scene with the tower, but you can see a lot of other scenes. You see a cliff with a giant statue on it next to the ocean. You see one that is a deep, dark pit. You see one where there appears to be a busy town. There's a lot of stuff, but even just being in this place, you realize that the air is not moving. It almost feels like a really still kind of place, and it's really dizzy to be in here because of the lack of kind of gravity and direction. And you pull your head back out and kind of shake it. It's a bit strange. The inside of the cauldron, very strange.
Okay. But she gives a trunk up to Lichen.
Nervous grin. Very supportive, nervous grin.
Lichen, you realize that Opa is quite alert right now, pulls out his knife and points to you and points to the door. Can you just roll me a quick insight check?
Hoo-hoo! Because it's one of my best stats, I got a nat 20 plus 6. So nat 20, but also 26.
Whoa.
Opa pulls out his knife and then stands up, puffs his chest out, and like points his knife around the space, and then points to you, points to the door, and you gather from this as he does a little like Animal Crossing noises where he goes, Opa. You gather that what he's saying to you is he will stand guard here, but he thinks that you should go with the girls inside to make sure that they are safe.
Aww.
Lichen, who has the most experience ever in being communicated to like it by gruff farmers who don't really talk about like how to protect flocks. That's like one of his core communication experiences is people being like, "Rrr," and it means like go protect the sheep over there. Is he's like, you got it, and just like immediately just like sprints on up like the little steps onto the porch, taps Thistle on the shoulder and says, "Don't fall in," and is going to creep into the cabin and kind of get an eye on things.
For a natural 20, I'll also tell you that Opa seems really scared. Like he's acting brave and he wants to protect you, but he's also like super nervous. Like he's really, really like actual just terrified to be here and he's trying to be brave for you.
I lean my head out of the cabin door and I look at Opa and I go, "Habra, Opa."
He gives you a little salute.
I go inside the cabin.
Thistle, the only thing that's unexamined out here so far is the rocking chair. Would you like to check that out, or are you more interested in following the party inside?
Mimic rocking chair.
I think because she's so dizzy, she's looking for a place to sit because her brain's still like, whoa, that was like an intense space to be in. So she probably just sort of stumbles back and sits down in the chair, not even thinking about it.
It chomps shut on your butt because it's a mimic.
Probably.
The chair is made of a dark stained wood, and when you sit down, you realize that there is a half-finished knitting project sitting incomplete with the needles just casually tossed onto the seat. It looks as though that there was some kind of like maybe a scarf or maybe like some kind of like belt or sash half done. The chair itself was facing towards the cauldron, and it looks like whoever sat here was maybe working on something as they watched the cauldron.
Yeah, okay. And then something happened.
Yo, there's a hag around here.
Kind of the
Yeah,
vibe.
gives a
I
hag
think the
vibe, right?
CR would be too high, wouldn't it? Oh, wait, that's meta. No, but damn, if we are getting hagged, that's gonna be crazy.
Getting hagged. Uh-oh.
Getting hagged over here.
Get hagged.
For those of you who are inside, the floor of the shack resembles a swamp. There are winding paths around deep, black, bubbling pools. Some have unusual plants growing out of them. The room is filled with bugs and flies buzzing around your heads. And directly ahead of you is a small island with a hollow dead tree, underneath whose brittle branches there is a small table with a tea tray on it and a chair on either side.
Oh my god, we are getting hagged.
Towards the back of the shack, there is a large, well-lit, round slice of tree trunk leaning up against the wall.
Oh, okay.
Okay, well, Melodia's focusing on the music, and she's just like, she's kind of like, she's doing that girly thing where she's like, oh, so gross, but she's like tiptoeing through the swamp because she's going to the table.
Oh, okay.
She's like, I see a table, I'm going there. That's it.
Oh, is that where the music's coming from?
Look, I'm not exactly sure if that's where the music's coming from, but it seems to be quite loud here, so I'm going over here.
Oh, okay. And Althrey follows her very close behind.
I'm gonna follow at a distance, like at a ranger keep sight cover distance, but the way that Lichen does that is the flavor is he's like doing a little forward roll through like the swamp and like coming up with his ears like flip-flopping all over the place, like twitching in every direction, like he's taking big snoofs of everything. He's in mode.
Melodia and Althrey, you get closer to the table, and you can see that there are multiple pieces of parchment facing the largest chair, as well as, like a tea set on a tray. It appears to be like someone's kind of like sitting space where they would have their tea and kind of work on stuff. And Thistle, you are no longer dizzy. You're feeling a little bit better. Would you like to join the party, or are you good out there?
Actually, I think she looks really hard at the knitting and the chair and the way that it's facing the cauldron, and kind of like pokes her head round and looks at everybody in there and just decides to sit. And she is watching the cauldron now with beady eyes because she's a little bit worried that something's gone somewhere and might be back.
That is what Opa is out here for, by the way, just so you know. You have a guard out here to watch that kind of thing.
Okay. I think she'll probably just sit for a bit. Maybe she'll get bored, but she probably would.
While she's outside, I would like to deploy Buddy to investigate like the far edges of this space on my behalf. Not necessarily as a role, but just sort of like to go and like sniff out things, like make sure that there's like, if there's hidden traps or whatever, like he's on like a little mission to kind of get a scope on the space.
Sure. He starts snooping around, seems to be very interested in the swampy kind of environment. Does eventually start like chewing on a leaf. It doesn't seem to have any like negative effects toward him from that.
That's all good. I'd also like to prepare an action. I will fire on somebody if an enemy like attacks one of my allies. If like an attack happens, like if somebody jumps through a door or pops up through a trap door to do a big goofy anime punch, like
So you are knocking an arrow ready to go if there is
yes,
a danger.
100%.
Melodia and Althrey, you have reached the table, and there's a lot of like bits and pieces around, as well as that you notice that the dead tree has quite a large cavity in it as well. It's like almost hollow how sort of dead it is.
Oh, okay.
And you said there was like papers on the table?
You check out the paper and you recognize Thistle's handwriting or Thistle's trunk writing on the topmost piece of the paper.
Okay, so Melodia's gonna like pick up the piece of paper and go, hey, did Thistle write this?
Are you going to read it?
Yeah, Melodia starts reading it.
Yeah, the top piece is addressed to Thistle's papa. It's from Thistle in her own trunk writing. It's kind of strange. It's denouncing her family and their library, accusing Thistle's dad of driving her away, and it ends by demanding that she not be searched for and says that she never wishes to return to an ungrateful family.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So Melodia turns to Althrey and goes, Thistle wouldn't say this, right?
And Althrey grabs the piece of paper and starts reading it and goes, well, it's definitely her handwriting, but there's no way. Maybe we should check with her.
There are two other pieces of parchment on the, like with writing on them on the table as well.
Oh yeah, Melodia's like grabbing all the papers at this point because she's freaking out. She's like, okay, this is not real. So what is this? And starts frantically thumbing through all the other papers.
I send Buddy to go nudge Thistle.
Thistle, you're sitting outside on the rocking chair and you feel a snoofling at your feet as you realize that Buddy has come out to check on you.
Oh.
And Melodia and Althrey, the remaining two pieces of parchment, you realize are the letters that Thistle and Lichen wrote back at Mallow's farm. They appear to have been intercepted and now they are here.
Oh.
Okay, so Melodia like gives the paper to Althrey and goes, what? How did they get? Where did these come from?
Can Althrey inspects the paper just for any signs of, I don't know if there's if there's any signs of who may have potentially intercepted these.
Sure, roll me an investigation check.
Alright. That's a 15.
With a 15, like when we were at Mallow's farm, you watched Lichen encourage Thistle to write home to her dad, and then like also wrote an additional letter himself that all went into the post. Obviously, whoever lives here has done this, and it appears that they intercepted the letter for purpose of, you know, writing an additional letter. The intent seems clear. Whoever is doing this wants Thistle's family upset with her and not looking for her.
Wow, Thistle specifically.
Interesting.
You stare back at the door and you can see Thistle like picking her way through, following Snuffly Buddy, being like, what? What is it? You wanted me to come here. What is it?
Now Melodia's like looking at Althrey like, do we say something? What do we do? I don't know what to do here.
I think what we've learned is we do have to be honest with Thistle. And she turns towards Thistle as she hears her come in and she's like, Thistle, I was just wondering, do you have any enemies?
She just looks at you with the biggest wide-eyed look. I mean, they didn't like it when I burnt, you know, but I wouldn't say that means that I have enemies.
No, yeah, I figured that's
You get
strange.
a slow head turn from Lichen, who's only getting parts of the context of what's happening over here.
Well, it sounds like there's someone very mean who is potentially targeting Thistle, maybe? And she hands the letter that she has to Lichen to peruse.
Lichen, who's got this like arrow notched, very carefully deactivates his held action and takes the piece of paper, and he's going to crouch and encourage Thistle to come and look at it with him.
And immediately Thistle says, like, the first few words, because she reads fast, right? And she's like, this is my writing, but I didn't write this.
Huh.
And then she keeps reading and reads the whole thing and is like, no. And she snatches it out of, Lichen's hand, throws it on the ground and casts a fireball to, like, burn it. To be like, no.
I would like to very carefully ensure that the building does not catch on fire.
It's a swamp, right?
It's way too damp and swampy in here.
Hey, I'm a paranoid caregiver, okay?
Paranoid caregiver.
Yeah, she's like, no, my parents would be really upset to get a letter like that. What? Who would write that?
A very good question. Did you find anything else with the other papers over there?
At this point, Melodia is going to, like, tap on the table and kind of see if there's anything else around. There's, like, I'm assuming there's, like, cups and tea and things?
Yeah, for sure. Go ahead and roll me investigation.
Investigation. Ooh, 13.
You are like looking around. Obviously, there's like a quill and some ink from whoever was writing these letters. There's an unfinished letter that looks like someone is trying to get the hang of Lichen's handwriting. It's like real scratchy handwriting, but it's not actually started. It's just someone practicing the letters. And you're looking around, and then you realize that on the tea tray, amongst the like cups and teapots and stuff, that you realize that whatever they're using to stir the tea, you thought it was a stick, and you realize that it might actually be a wand.
Okay, so Melodia's gonna like pick up the wand and then just very teenager like just kind of wave it in the air and be like, I found this wand!
Please do not set off a big explosion.
Still shaking it.
Melodia, when you do this, the wand pulses and points your hand and itself at the cavity of the tree. And you get the feeling that it is like showing you where something is.
Whoa, okay. Melodia's going to go and put her hand around the area that it's like in a hollow tree, right?
Yeah, it's a cavity in the dead tree.
Oh, yeah. So Melodia's going to put a hand in the cavity of the tree.
Sure, you do this and your hand disappears as it goes in, and you realize that the cavity of the tree actually has an illusion cast on it to make it look empty. But once your hand is in there, you can feel a few pouches and like something hard and metal, and you pull out a pouch containing 260 gold, a lot of gems and crystals that are worth 500 gold, and you also pull out a clockwork amulet. So party, you have found two magic items. You have found a clockwork amulet and you have found a wand of secrets.
Let's go.
Oh, the clockwork amulet is really cool.
Would you mind reading it out for us?
Yeah, so you can make an attack roll while wearing the amulet, foregoing the d20 roll to just get a 10. And once you use it, you just can't use it again until the next day. But, like, that would be pretty solid. You're just like, I get my 10, I know what my bonus is.
Basically getting a guaranteed hit if you've got a high enough bonus. That might actually be really helpful on one of the party members that's been having the hardest time hitting.
It's from the plane of clockwork predictability, which I like.
Wow, I love that plane. It's my favorite.
The Wand of Secrets is going to be fun because I feel like there's going to be lots of secret doors and stuff like what we've just found. But basically, the Wand of Secrets has 3 charges. While holding it, you can use an action to expend one of its charges, and if a secret door or trap is within 30 feet of you, the wand pulses and points at the one nearest to you.
So you just used one of the charges, so the wand now has 2 charges remaining.
Okay, cool.
Nice.
So it's a way to check rooms for secrets.
Secrets.
And someone make sure that you note down in your character sheet somewhere that you have 260 gold pieces and gems valued at 500 gold.
Melodia's like stuffing that in her bag really quickly before anyone...
Hell yeah. Norma, would you mind making a note on your character that you are holding onto the party's assets?
Yes. Okay, hold on.
And what that number of the value is.
Was Melodia going to take them all, or shall we split them out?
Oh, no, we can split it.
Who has been hitting the least?
Well, I've just done a metagamey thing and just had a look at your stats. Most of you guys have 5, +5 to hit. But Lichen has a +7 with a longbow.
Yeah, I'm very good at hit.
So, like, a 10 +7 would be likely to eat most things. I don't know.
Yeah, if we can ensure
maybe
that Lichen hits everything.
That I'm always hitting. Hell yeah, I'd be down.
At least once a day you're hitting.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I don't know. I think that would be like a 17 is a good hit, right? So
Right, fair enough.
yeah.
So, like, and you take this amulet from Melodia, and you look at it, and it's got these, like, it's inside of it, it's like an amber or whatever on the edge, but inside you could see these little mechanical gears that appear to be moving around inside of it.
I like to envision that Lichen, for flavor, brushes a finger over it, goes and accidentally almost drops it, and then like you hear the gears like tick 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 tick, and he's like holding it again, and he gets the sense of like, I can do things better, but like only once.
He understands.
He understands. He enters this. You see him hold an amulet, but he's like in the vortex, like seeing the next phase.
Cute.
And Melodia, are you going to keep the wand on you?
I mean, that would be fun. If anyone else
Done.
wants to
Find our
know,
secrets.
say now.
It's a very bard thing. Like
Yeah.
it's genuinely like sussing out secrets and
Yeah,
being a bit
Melodia's looking at this
tricksy
wall and
and
she's
stuff.
like, "Yeah, that was fun. I'm putting that in my bag."
Yeah. Yeah.
She's like looking around to see if anyone else has noticed. She's just stuffing the wand in her
This
bag.
is mine now.
Thistle's still panting, looking at the ashes of this letter, just being mad about it. So she's not going to notice.
Speaking of the letter, as the pocket watch gets slung around Lichen's neck and tucked into a shirt, like it's gonna lean over and like paw at one of the pieces of like additional paper, the one that was like the beginning of like figuring out how to do his handwriting, and sort of makes a face and says, "What exactly are we dealing with here?"
And Thistle looks up and goes, I don't know, but I think they have a way of traveling around worlds. Or maybe just like this world, but like different places in the world.
What makes you say that? That's very specific and, if they can, quite terrifying, don't you think?
Well, I mean, there was the cliff with the statue of the ocean, and then there was the deep pit, and then there was the tower, and then there was the town, you know? And she's just looking at you like, you know?
Like, obviously.
I look at Althrey.
And she's a bit like, eh?
The cauldron.
What?
I'm pretty sure if I hopped in the cauldron, I could have tried to access one of those scenes and then like maybe popped out at it.
Is that what the cauldron does?
Well, I didn't want to do it because, you guys tell me not to fall into places, and I didn't want to like go in and then you think I'd fallen in and it was like,
Oh,
a
thank
hole
you
there.
for being considerate in that way, Thistle. That means a lot, actually. You're right. I don't want you to do that.
But I'm pretty sure we could do that. I'm not saying that we should do that, but just that we could.
While this conversation is happening, Melodia, you realize that the intensity and the volume of that music that you can hear is leading you towards the back of the room where that large kind of like slice of tree trunk is leaned up against the back wall. It's getting more insistent.
I'm so nervous.
Okay, the music is still going, so I'm going this way, and Melodia just starts to like wander off into the back of the shed.
Okay,
The stuff that helped us with that sort of skeleton thing before.
She's still going.
Thistle looks at the others.
You reach the back of the cabin. You see that leaning up against the back stone wall, there is a large round slice of wood that almost seems like it is a perfect cylinder cut out of an ancient tree. It's enormous and heavy, and you're not actually sure how someone got it down here given the tightness of the tunnel that you traveled through. Would you like to roll investigation
Yes.
or perception to like find out more?
Yes. So Melodia's gonna look at the tree trunk, and she's gonna try and like suss out what is like, because it's clearly not supposed to be here.
Also, finally getting the gist of what Thistle was saying before, Lichen sees how enormous this is over the shoulder. It goes like, oh, yeah, world teleport and stuff probably do that.
world teleport and stuff.
World teleport and stuff would do that one. Yeah.
Okay. Oh no. It's an 8. Oh no.
You don't get much. It's a big slice of tree leaning up against the wall. But what you gather, even for the bad roll that you did, the music is coming from the other side of it. But you're going to need help from your friends in order to like figure out the deal.
Okay, so Melodia starts gently like scratching at the wood and maybe like looking like she's gonna try and like pull it herself, and she's clearly struggling. She's just like, do Do you guys want to come and help me move this tree?
Althrey is straight in there.
Why are we moving the tree?
There's something behind the tree. I need to get behind this tree. It's very important.
Okay.
Buddy, get your little snooter in here. We're gonna move a tree.
Everyone except Althrey, so Thistle and Lichen, roll me either perception or investigation to figure out the tree. Meanwhile, Althrey, you are startled by a voice that you hear in your head very suddenly. You recognize it as the voice you heard this morning on the surface, the one that told you were doing a good job, that you associated with Aurora, your god. But it says, wait, what are you doing, child? What's in that safe is not for you.
What? I say that out loud, quite surprised.
You and the children need to turn around, go back up the ladder.
Well, no, there's things up there that'll hurt us. What? Who are you?
You are my servant, Althrey. You will do as I say. You leave that safe shut and turn around this instant.
I will not.
I think Lycan's looking at you having an argument with no one in the corner like, hey bud, you okay?
Yeah.
I don't serve anyone that would tell me to put myself in danger. I know Aurora wouldn't do that. Who are you?
You hear no other response.
I turn to the group and say, we have to get in there.
Okay.
Okay, what is... Sorry, are you alright? What's happened?
I'm fine. Look, let's push on 3.
How did you guys do on your checks to figure out more about the tree?
10 perception.
14 perception.
Lichen, you are distracted by Althrey talking to herself, so you don't get much.
Yep.
But Thistle, you examine the mud beneath your feet, and it looks as though the sliced cylinder of tree actually rolls to the side from the mud and the tracks that you can see. And Thistle, you also notice that on the wood itself, there are scratches, and you didn't realize this because Melodia was also scratching on the wood, but you actually can see 3 symbols that are scratched into the wood at about your eye height.
Okay. Do I know what these symbols look like? Do they look like something I've seen before, or are they new?
The symbols that you see are in the Runaways chat that I've just posted.
Ooh, pictures.
Oh no, not egg nail wool.
Egg-nail wool.
It does look like eggnail string.
Well, we know that there's knitting.
That's true.
Okay.
Nails do look like knitting needles.
Okay.
Okay, so we gotta get an egg, some knitting needles, and some string.
Wait, the bubble.
Oh, maybe, actually.
Okay.
No, what does this mean?
Is the bubble not an egg? Like a cocoon?
I mean...
Has anyone seen any yarn around?
Thistle's still holding it.
Oh, okay, sorry.
She stuffed it into her pinafore when she picked it up to sit on the chair.
Ah, gotcha.
Has anyone seen any yarn? Pulls out yarn guiltily.
Perfect, there's some yarn.
Yeah, it's half started scarf or whatever, and she's like, I didn't know how to knit. I just carried it.
You just took that? You don't know how to knit?
I feel like baby being I just carried a watermelon. Yeah. Yeah.
I found this over there.
Yeah.
Egg, nail, yarn.
Maybe the nail. It's just at this point, I think, just leaning over what the I mean, could the nail be the pit in some way?
Lichen, roll me an insight check.
I don't think I'll be very... Never mind, I'm so insightful. That's a 21.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Lichen, you stand up to your full height and you're like, what is this? What's going on with these letters and what's happening with Althrey? And then you bang your head on a cooking pot that's hanging from the vines, and you're like, you suddenly remember that the entire ceiling of this space, there are dozens of tools and utensils and stuff just all hanging from the ceiling, and you grab the pot and the vine lets it go. And now you have a pot.
Oh, sick.
I think Lycan's gonna look up and be like, I wonder. He's gonna search for anything that would spark a link between the symbols in the... Specifically, I think he's looking for okay, there's a lot of tools up here. Lots of pots and things and bits and bobs. Is there maybe something that would be to do with nails, like a hammer that's hanging, or nails themselves? That's his immediate thought process.
Sure, roll me perception. Are you communicating this with your party?
I think honestly, Lichen is going to just start shuffling through all the stuff on the ceiling with his little hands.
His little hands.
And when asked, if us would be like, looking, nails, eggs, and that would be about as much as he gives.
Looking, nails,
Perception is
eggs.
a 4. Nails, eggs.
With that roll, you don't find anything like that. You don't find any nails or eggs.
Nails, eggs, eggs, nails.
What are
He's
you
losing his mind.
doing, Lichen?
Thistle just pulls the half-started scarf or belt or whatever out and, like, places it on near where the symbols are. Like, just drapes it over the, tree.
Nice.
Nothing happens.
Okay.
Lichen does clarify that he's trying to kind of find connections to the symbols, but he does so in a series of, like, stilted, half-started sentences that it takes a second to decode, because he's so focused on eggs and nails.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess that's one way of approaching this. Is there perhaps a frying pan? We usually fry eggs, I suppose.
I hold up my pot and say, you can boil them.
You can boil them.
I like the stuttering wheeze of, like, man.
I've just realized the futility of giving logic puzzles to a group of literal children.
I'm sorry, usually I'm a huge puzzle nerd, but I'm a fool.
Oh.
You've made your bed, Penny.
Okay, well, maybe it's not supposed to be the string, it's supposed to be the needles, and so maybe it's not supposed to be the nail, it's supposed to be the hammer, and maybe it's supposed to be a chicken? Chicken and the egg, right?
Chickens. He switches tactics. He starts
Looking for chickens.
She's not looking for a chicken. She's like, there's a chicken in here.
Melodia, roll me a perception check.
Oh, no. Okay, let's go. Oh, 9.
Maybe we have to get the egg and the needle and the thing over to the other side of a river without them all eating each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see a goose and a bag of drain in a boat. No, we did that in the last podcast. So you, with a 9, there's no chickens in here. We might be on the wrong track, but there's definitely no chickens in here.
Melodia's now kicking the stump, with her boots. She's like, come on, please.
Yeah, Thistle says, it does roll. I can try and just sort of see if it'll wobble without the symbols, but I haven't tried yet.
You have a truffle buddy who I remember I called in specifically to help me roll this in the first place, and then we changed tactics, who I'm going to pitch has been trying to headbutt this thing to roll the entire time.
Yeah, okay.
And has just been backing up and headbutting it.
This thing is colossal. It is so heavy. Even if the 4 of you were really pushing, you would need another dozen people in order to force it to roll. It really feels like there's some kind of mechanism that will make it go.
Yeah, 100%. It's just that the thunk not sure, and she's trying to be helpful. She's trying to be
Okay,
we could.
this is a really weird idea, but Melodia kind of looks at this wand and is like, do you guys think if I shake this again, it might tell us what to do?
Maybe.
It's definitely worth a try.
You hear eggs, chicken from the other room.
It's definitely better than forgetting to use a magic item and it just staying on our character sheet for forever, so...
It does feel like a secret door. So, I mean...
Or the secret of solving the puzzle. Just think about that.
Yeah. Okay. So Melodia gets the wand of secrets out, and she starts she doesn't know how this thing works. She's just violently shaking it towards the door. Come on, give me something. Give me, please, anything.
This is not really the use of it, but I'll say go ahead and roll me an Arcana check. If you get, I would say 14 or higher, then this might work.
Let's pray to RNGesus.
It's worth a try.
Oh no, it was a 6. Oh no,
The stupid patrol is here.
The wand points at the tree trunk, being yeah, the tree trunk is a secret door, and you're like, yes, I know that, stupid wand.
Yeah, Melodia's no, why do you do this to me, wand?
And that's our second charge used.
Damn it is the second charge.
I know I've just met this one. Melodia doesn't have good feelings about it.
Did anybody find a nail or anything like that?
I rolled a 4 to find my nail, dude. I ain't finding
Okay. I think Thistle will turn around and try and help. Find something like a nail or a hammer or something to do with a nail or something long that looks like that symbol.
Would you like to offer the help action, or would you like to make your own roll?
I can offer a help action because if someone's already looking.
How perceptive are you?
Not very good. I've only got a +3 unless it involves smelling.
You have more than me.
Only a
You have more
+3.
than me.
I think I could get advantage if I was smelling for an egg, but
Or a
Smelling
chicken.
for an egg.
Or a hammer. Snoof out that hammer.
I don't think you could smell a hammer. Like, I'm not gonna try and.
You know,
say that
that's
you could
fair.
do that.
You pick up a hammer, it's got one of those little car scent tags hanging off it.
But I could just help.
Who are you helping?
Well, Lycan's already looking, right? So-
Yeah.
Althrey, how are you doing, by the way? Like, you had an argument in your head, and then you've been quite quiet since then.
Yeah, Althrey's very intent on getting through this, so she's kind of just standing in the corner, like, doing the thinker pose, essentially, just really racking her brain trying to figure this out. Like, there has to be a logical reason for this.
I got a 22 for helping look around, like helping Lycan. I think if I find something, it's more like I'm just like, what's that over there? So that like Lycan finds it.
Thistle, you wander back towards the tea table, and you climb up onto the chair, the big main chair, and you like climb up onto the table itself, and you look around, and off to like one far side, like because there's like just tons of like hanging tools and pots and pans and stuff, you spot an egg beater.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm like, hey Lycan, what's that? That thing that looks like it
Beats eggs.
whisks or something. That thing. Something to do with eggs, right?
Lycan, who is so deep in the sauce, like stands up surprised and bashes his head immediately into like 1,000 different pots and pans, and then hunches over and clutches his head and goes, and like looks up and then goes, oh, you're so clever. Oh my god, look at that. And he reaches up and grabs it. And he's going to kind of like trot over to you holding his very sore head and like hand it to you and go, that's brilliant spotting. See if it works.
So what actually happens, Lycan, is that you pull on the egg beater, and the whole vine itself like comes down by about a foot, and you hear a clicking noise, but it doesn't actually let go of the egg beater. It just stays a little bit lower.
I'm like walking towards it and then I get stopped like a dog on a lead. And I, like as I'm going towards Thistle, and I'm like, oh, this is the puzzle.
Penny, I'm so sorry.
We just find the right tool and pull it. So where's a hammer? It's got to be a hammer.
Yes, as soon as I see this, I'm like, hammer! Because she basically hasn't been paying attention to what Lycan is doing because she's been so hard trying to figure it out herself. But yeah, so she will look for a hammer.
Go ahead, roll me perception with advantage.
Right on. 14.
Not far away, kind of like to the sort of back corner of the cottage, you do find a hammer hanging from the ceiling.
And I run towards it, which is kind of out of character for me, but she's very keen to get through here. And she pulls the hammer.
And again, the vine pulls down about a foot, and then it clicks, and it just stays a little bit lower than the remaining, all the other ones that are surrounding it.
Thistle's been frowning at the symbols while this has been going on, and she's like, then she just yells out, scissors? Maybe scissors?
Althrey looks around, like she hears the suggestion from Thistle, and with that in mind, she kind of looks around for scissors or needles, like knitting needles, or even sewing needles, or perhaps one of those things.
There's a full suspended sewing machine.
A full sewing machine.
One of those, what's that thing that
Like a loom.
from the fairy tales, and she pricked her finger on
Or
it.
a spinning wheel.
Oh, a spindle.
Yeah, that kind
Oh,
of thing.
spinning wheel is so
Yeah,
true.
they're just a hanging spinning wheel.
Well, there might be.
There is nothing that large. Like the biggest thing would be like a cook pot.
Okay.
But yeah, you can roll again if you want to look for like scissors or something along those lines.
Yeah. Got 16.
You do find a pair of scissors, and you walk over and you pull on the vine, and it doesn't come down like the others do.
Damn.
Okay, not scissors.
Wait, hang on. Where did you get the wool from that you got originally, Thistle? I saw that you had that.
It was on the chair outside.
The chair outside?
Were there vines around it?
No, it was just a rocking chair. I sat on it.
Should we go take a look at them just in case?
Yeah. You go have a look, and I'll keep looking here for something else that might be related.
And Thistle will hand you the needles and wool because she was carrying it on her.
Ah, I see.
Thistle, who did you hand the needles to?
Whoever was going outside to have a look, like,
I thought it was Lycan.
Lycan, so you've taken the needles?
I received them.
Roll me insight, Lycan.
I rolled a 2 + 6, so an 8. And I look at these needles and I go, maybe if I put them on the chair will grow vines.
Lichen, you don't quite get there off the roll, but I'll tell you that in one hand you were holding a pot that you took down from one of the vines, and in another hand you are holding knitting needles.
I see what I'm supposed to do, but I rolled too low to action it.
I have no idea.
Come on, you got this, guys.
Wait, just to give Althrey a chance. So when she pulled the scissors, they didn't come out, did they? They stayed in the vines. They just didn't do the same thing as everything else.
I would say that when you pulled on the scissors, the vine let go of them, but the vine itself didn't extend and click like the other ones
Okay.
did.
She reaches out, grabs the needles, and holds them towards the vines and just sees if the vines will grab it.
Again, you hold the knitting needles towards the vine that was holding the scissors?
Yes.
No, the vine does not accept the knitting needles.
Damn it to hell!
Does anybody know how to knit?
We have to quickly.
I know
We
someone.
have to knit a scarf.
Can't call on me. What if we just put the string up there? At this point, she's like snatching at hairs, just trying to figure it out.
Melodia, you haven't done anything for a while. What are you up to?
Didn't you guys say something about you found these on the chair? Does it have something to do with it? Like, do we have to sit on the chair? Is there a button hidden in the chair?
Lichen looks at your wand and says, "You can find out."
At this point, Althrey is grabbing Thistle because she knows Thistle has the yarn in her pocket, and she just holds her towards the vines.
Imagine the whole thing's together, because like it was a half-finished knitting project, right? So the knitting needles are in the project, in the yarn.
Oh, it's very easy
like
to
how
pull needles out of yarn. But if that was the case, did the vines grab the yarn, Penny?
Okay, what I'll tell you, Althrey, is that the vine did not accept the knitting needles that you took the scissors down from, but it will accept the scissors back.
So we just need to find the vines that hold the needles.
Oh.
I look around the room, and is there kind of any pattern into the way that where the hammer is and where the egg beater is?
One of them is to the sort of far left of the room. One of them is towards the back right corner.
I just walk over with the knitting. I grab the knitting again and I cut the wool with the scissors and be like, finished! And like pretend it's a finished project. Because I don't know.
You now have like some of a scarf, like about a single foot of what might be a scarf.
And I'm like, damn it, I really thought that might work.
I grab just the needles from Thistle. I'm like, I'm just going to grab these. And I go to a middle point between where the egg beater was and the hammer was and just see if I can like kind of coax some vines down with these needles.
You see a single vine that is not, there's nothing dangling from it, that you didn't take anything from.
I will put the needles toward it and see what happens.
The vine wraps around the needles, accepting them as like holding onto them.
Yes!
Oh my god.
And now I pull. And I hear a click, don't I, Penny?
You sure do, Poppy. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Lichen looks concerned at Althrey.
At this point, Althrey is like huffing and puffing and just like, oh, thank gods. Okay.
Althrey, are you all right?
And my whole head turned like 180 degrees.
No, stop, don't. We hate it when you do that.
And I say, check the wood.
As you pull on the third vine, there is a low grinding noise as the tree slice begins to move, rolls aside to reveal an empty archway. Melodia, as the wood moves, the music gets louder, as though up until now it had only been muffled. The room beyond is a simple hole in the rock behind the shack, intended for the only way in or out to be past the rolling wood. A green stone tablet covered in odd runes, the size of a large bed, leans up against the back wall. And the only other thing in this room is a small, plain marble podium. Sitting on the podium, facing all of you, is a fairly plain, simple porcelain mask that is shaped for the snout of a tabaxi.
Creepy.
Melodia, your ears twitch as the music sings in your ears. You have no doubt this is the source of the music that you have been hearing. The mask calls out to you.
Just going meta, I'm just playing Baldur's Gate again, and this is giving
I know, it's giving the
real
hag,
bad
right?
vibes.
Yeah, if
Yeah,
I put the
it
mask on,
is.
I'm cursed for like eternity.
Yep.
Oh, it does
I've just started playing
feel
Baldur's
bad.
Gate too, so yeah. I
Melodia
feel you.
probably would do it, though.
I would. I'm absolutely gonna go put the mask
I mean,
on. I hope you know that.
It did help. It did help us, like the music did.
Yeah.
Thistle is grabbing Melodia by the tail, by the trunk, desperately trying to pull her because she's read a million books about cursed items.
Oh, yeah.
So she's like not being able to do anything else, reached out with her trunk, wrapped it around your tail, and is pulling backwards. Being
Now Melodia's doing that weird kicky thing that cats do, the bunny kick. She's like,
Like, they see a bird.
The bunny kick! Don't bunny kick the child!
Yeah, like Thistle was literally screaming, wait!
Thistle, what's wrong?
Should we talk about this?
Yeah, no. Melodia's out. She's like crawling out. She's got really good acrobatic skills, so she's rolling across the mud now, and she's like, "Oh, this is so disgusting! Oh my god!" She's like, "No, I'm going in there. I'm going in there," and she's off. She's like running down the corridor.
Althrey is concerned. She is she wants to know what Thistle, why she wants to stop Melodia.
She's like, pillar, item, clearly cursed. Don't let her put it on.
What? Cursed?
But that's what everything is in magic. It's either cursed or really magic. But, you check it first. You don't just put it on.
Like it goes, Melodia, is it cursed or really magic? We have to find out.
Oh, I'm gonna find out. Melodia's yelling, and she's like running towards the mask.
Oh, God. This is terrible, but I kind of want to see what happens.
Thistle is a child. She can't stop her.
Do you pick it up?
Yes. So Melodia approaches the podium, and she's like, "Finally, this is where the song's been coming from, guys." And she grabs the mask, and she's like, okay. Looks at it, and then immediately puts it on her face.
Pure terror. Pure terror.
Melodia, the mask in your hands sings out to you a jazzy pop tune, just like the one that you've been looking for. It calls out to you, it offers inspiration that you've been seeking ever since you sought to go your own way musically. It wants you to wear it. And when you put it on, seeing through the eyes of the mask is an experience. All around you, you could see your friends as though through a dream. There, but not entirely clear, kind of wiggly? And worryingly, there is somebody else in here with you. In the doorway to the vault, you can see someone who is not there. Their edges are also wiggly, and they're partially transparent. Like you, they also wear a porcelain mask, only theirs is that of a bison, with great horns protruding from the skull. Wordlessly, the spirit meets your gaze, raises an arm, and points behind you at the wall of runes.
Melodia's like, oh.
What? Are you okay?
Okay, and she turns around and she looks at the rune wall.
You turn to the wall that the bison mask was pointing to, and as you do, wiggly, wispy, blue symbols cycle over them, decoding them, sharing what you understand to be a secret of the universe with you.
Whoa.
You stand there, overwhelmed by information being fed to you, that you don't notice your party members are all having the same experience, all are being forcibly enlightened by the porcelain mask. One by one, the effect also spreads to each of you, the rest of the party members, until you can all see the weave laid bare, the way that magic vibrates or wiggles at certain frequencies. Frequencies that can be wiggled in other ways. Party, I am going to take a moment to introduce to you our campaign's homebrew mechanic, Wiggly Magic.
Let's go.
Tell me about it.
Woo!
With Wiggly Magic, your characters are going to be able to wiggle their spells on different frequencies to slightly change their effects. I have a whole thing, we'll read it in between the episodes, but the long and short of it is that you are going to tell me how you want to adjust your spells. I will roll a wiggly roll to set the frequency, and then you will roll aiming to get as close to my wiggly roll as possible. Not going for high rolls, but trying to match or align with my frequency. The more that you depart from the spell as written, the narrower the window to hit your wiggle will be. You will be able to use your Arcana score to adjust your rolls up or down to try and get closer to the frequency that you want. And we're going to say wiggly a lot during this entire campaign.
All right.
Let's go.
Does anyone have any questions about this?
Kicks ass.
I have lots of questions, but I feel
sick.
like they will be answered.
Yeah.
Okay, for sure. We remember you are going to be learning this mechanic at the same time as the audience of the podcast, so please feel free to like ask me questions and like kind of wiggle it out as we go. See what I did there?
Penny, you're so smart.
Thanks. Have inspiration, Poppy.
Oh, yeah!
Oh my god.
So what you've got now is you've got a way to like, hey, can I be a bit more fast and loose with my spells? Yes, you can, by being wiggly about it.
Let's do it.
Okay, back to the game. Your characters suddenly snap back from the vibrating runes and you blink your vision back to clarity. You've just all had an experience together that this mask has forced upon you.
Did you guys see the bison over there? Who's that guy?
Wait, what?
The bison.
Did we
you see the bison over there?
Huh?
Who's that guy?
Melodia, we just had reality change. Don't tell us about a space bison. What are you talking about?
I just need to know. Who's that guy?
I look around for the space bison.
I guess Lichen looks sort of bison-y. Are you sure it wasn't him?
Oh yeah, was it me?
There was a bison.
Thistle looks so in wonder. Like, just so like she has seen something that is just absolutely glorious. And she like can feel her little like, her paws. I don't think her trunk,
Her
her
mitts.
everything. Like tingling.
Yeah, for real. Lycan, who's not a magically aligned character class, looks like he's just been put through a tumble dryer.
Yeah.
His like all of his fluff and hair and fur is like completely staticky and like all up, and he's like, I don't know what's happening. I don't have a baseline.
Melodia, as Lycan is doing this, he's standing in the entrance of the safe, like within the archway, right next to where the bison is, and you notice that the bison looks down at him, and although Lycan can't feel it, puts a hand on his shoulder before turning around and walking out of your vision.
Okay, Melodia's like, whoa, dude, hands off, bison. As she like walks over to Lycan and is like, did you feel that? Did you feel the bison? The bison just touched you.
Lycan looks at you with an expression that looks like you've just told him that, well, essentially what he believes to be an astral, like, real bison, like not a bipedal one, but like a real astral bison has just like gently grazed him, and he's like, the bisons of space wisdom touched me?
Yes.
Oh!
Did you not feel that?
I don't feel wiser. I feel like I might throw up.
Oh, Lord.
And then, through the overwhelm of what you have all just experienced, you hear a voice coming from behind you, from like outside of the safe, from somewhere within the shack. A little off track, are we, boys and girls? Naughty, naughty. Out you come, and I'll see about letting this tasty little newt go. Have I ever told you the story of the end of the world? Funny old thing, really. The things they say at the start are really just moments, chapters of the novel. The start, golly gosh, my friends, the start was like the start of most things. A choice. Someone with no real intentions of evil, making a decision, setting all the rest into motion. The story of the end of the world. It's like all other stories. It's just a bunch of stuff that happened. Ka kite, thank you for listening to Grow Up Runaway. You can keep up with the show by following our social media. Check out linktr.ee/Grow Up Runaway podcast for the platform of your choice. You can support the show and join our community Discord through our Grow Up Runaway Patreon, but the main show is and always will be free to enjoy, even if you can't do that. Thanks for wandering with us. See you on the road. Time traveler! Joker! Gimli Tinsel, Disturbed One NZ, Mika, Alice in Chains, Oopa!